broadening my whole instrument collection in terms of the woodwind instruments. My writing, it got me into writing. So those are influences that I think in a major way shaped my career really as it is today. I knew I was on the right path at that time. I knew there was a lot I had to add to my whole vocabulary, my whole instrument, understanding instruments. But I knew I was on the right path, and I knew it was possible because I had a natural feeling for it. This sort of taste and quest for new things keeps the music fresh and exciting for me.
So it was in Germany at this festival. And it was in this kind of gated town. You know, it had a really huge wall around it. And there were all these different things going around and different stages set up in the town. And this was sort of the, you know, the nighttime, the big rock festival. There was this big crowd of people seeing this show, this band that really wasn't very good at all. And so I was just walking around. I was there by myself. I just happened on this guy, a really nice round body and face, playing this little funny 3-stringed instrument, sitting like this, because the thing went like this. It was kind of round. He was doing that kind of singing where they sing two notes at the same time. It was kind of drony, like, and then this kind of double singing. There was like 3,000 people listening to this other band, and he just was there all by himself. He was just kind of off in this world. And he was selling these great little tapes, these little homemade tapes. I bought this $10 tape, tape from him. It was around $10. And he was really great, and I love this tape. Unfortunately, I can't find it. I put it in a really special place. I remember thinking, this is a really good place for this, because it's not just with all the other cassettes, it's like safe. No idea where it is. It was just so cool sounding. I wish I had the cassette, because that would explain it much better than I could explain it. And it would have been really great if it would have been playing, because it was such great music, and I would have had the cassette. But since I don't have either, that's enough of my story.
And action. My friend Jerry Wick, who I was in a band with, Gaunt, gave me this CD. Probably a year before he left us, and I kind of listened to it a couple times and was able to tell him that I really enjoyed it. It wasn't until after he died that I, was in this kind of like catatonic sort of shock state, where the only thing that I, got comfort in doing was watching videos. So I was house sitting for a neighbor of mine that had a VCR and a TV, and I ended up getting Don't Look Back. It was like the weeks after Jerry had died, so he's gone, right? And I'm watching Don't Look Back, and I'm like, there he is. There he is on screen. I mean, he and Dylan had these kind of same mannerisms about them. They were both kind of like these intense, prickly characters. I don't think that Jerry was doing it in any kind of conscious way. I just think they shared personality traits, he and Dylan. Like, they both had this kind of like spastic fire, So all of a sudden, like, I'm in the wake of this death thing and in mourning and stuff. I'm like, there he is. He's back. Don't look back. So I got into this phase. I was reading biographies, and I was like, just soaking it in. In the biography that I was reading, they refer to these like bootleg songs that, like, for example, this Talkin' John Birch, Paranoid Blues. So I'm reading about this, I'm like, God, it'd be great to be able to hear that song, because his record company, Columbia, pulls the song off what was going to be Freewheelin'. And so I wanted to hear that song, because it was like controversial at the time. It was like, where in the hell am I going to find that song? And I had, this was just kind of mislaid at something. I listened to it a couple times, but then just put it away. And then I went back to it, this gift from Jerry, and I'm like looking through the track listings, and like, there it is, Talkin' John Birch, Paranoid Blues. So I listened to it, and I was like, God, this is so great that he gave me this thing. As a result of this music and his moving on, in a sense, it got me to start playing music again, with the emphasis on, like, you're gonna tip the canoe and you're gonna go into another place, and that's it. You're done. Death. Everyone's gonna die. So with that in mind, what else are you gonna do with your life? It's like, in a hurry. I mean, if that's something that you value, in a hurry you figure out what you want to do, and all of a sudden everything else became unimportant. Why would you sit around watching TV when you could be making something? It's weird being in this van and talking about Jerry and stuff.
Yoshimi P. ブアダムス、ブオーアダムス、OIO とか、セブンボセブンとか、サイコババアとか、いろいろやってます。好きな音は、音楽は、アルバムは、いっぱい好きなのありますが、今現在思いつくのは「ハート・オブ・ザ・フォレスト」ってアルバムで、ピグミーのバカ族の人たちの音楽です。これは民族音楽だけど、なんだか聞いたことないのに懐かしい感じがする、すごい不思議な音でできた音楽で、水の音とか独特な声を使って音を出してます。虫の声とかがシンセサイザーの音なのか虫なのかわからなくなってくるところが好きです。好きなのはとにかく聞いたことのない音と出会った時、お金出して音楽買った時のびっくりする醍醐味だと思ってます。これは私が小さい頃から持ってる観音様です。こんにちは、私んちです。
His name was Ike Day. And man, this dude could really play some drums. I mean, he was something else. He used to go to this movie theater. We used to go to. He used to have talent shows on Saturday, and he used to come there just a set of drums, you know, and he didn't with nobody else, and he would just play like I had a crowd. I mean, really wow. And that's where he was when he played. He was always the feature. When Miles was coming to town, Miles would hire him, but he was the feature. You know, he wasn't a side man. he was the star of the night. You know, wherever he went, he was the star. You know, he was the featured drummer. He had one place where it was like what they call Kansas City, Indiana. You know, where the band played behind curtains and stuff. You know, like that. But the owners, you know, this was part of the thing. The owners told him he was playing one time, and they told him, say, the heck with the crowd, pull that curtain back and let us see this drummer. Well, he was such a tremendous talent, you know. Like, I guess he'd been playing all his life. At 12, 13 years, 14, 15 years old, he was playing with professional dudes, you know. Because when I met him, when I first seen him, he was 16. He had played with some everybody. Because I seen him when Bird would come to town. Max Roach was the drummer, and he used to come there and sit in with Bird and Max. And Max would everywhere when he come here. That's who he would look for. It was Ike Day, you know. Where's Ike? Where's Ike? You know, Ike was a phenomenal drummer. You know? Speed, I mean, everything on, you know. Showman, everything, all in one, you know. He had the hand and foot coordination thing down. He's like Art Blakey was. He had that natural. He had the speed that was natural. He was fantastic with brushes, with anything, you know. I don't care what you know, and he could play on any kind of drum set. Like he played on pots and pans. Like I said, he go on a bar and he played on the counter and on the chairs and on the wall and all that kind of stuff, you know. And they passed the hat. And at that time, they get $40, $50, which was a lot of money for the 40s and the 50s, you know. Just for maybe a half hour, you know, maybe not that long. Go in there and play a couple of numbers and walk away with $50, you know. I seen it happen, you know. I seen another joint that happen.
So how old were you when you first saw him again?
Must have been about 9 or 10. 10 years old, 9 or 10 years old. I was going in the nightclub like when I was 8 or 9 because then, you know, you could go in one as long as you didn't act like a kid, you know. You wasn't running and you wasn't running around in the place. And the man saw that, you know, these kids interested in music. We would stand by it. We started at the door, and we creep a little bit farther. Next thing you know, we're in the place, you know. And as long as we stayed in the corner and didn't bother, the man didn't bother us, you know. He just let us stay there. In case something happened, a fight or something happened, he said, all right, y'all, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, you know. But I seen him like when I was like 20, right before he died, you know. And he was still, you know, top notch. He died from messing around with drugs and stuff, you know. And that's what got him, you know, and wasted him at a young age of 28 years old. He was gone, but I mean, he still, up to the day he died, he could play, you know, really play. But it didn't bother, it didn't affect his playing. That was a moment, you know, that was a really a moment of inspiration. This guy was, he was really a heck of a name, heck of a drummer. His name was Ike Day. Yeah, that's, never forget him, man.